Hello and welcome to Take Your Life Back Today show with Ralf Friedrichs. Today we're going to uh, talk about, actually we're not going to talk about something. What we are going to do, I have questions emailed to me or text me daily. And some of those questions are interesting questions, and a lot of them, probably the majority, I have not answered. So I thought, why not start the week this week, today being, what is today? December 15th. Let's start today answering at least 5 or 6 of those questions. And we were going to do an interview yesterday with a good friend of mine up in Alaska. His name is uh, Brandon Wiper, and he is in Bethel, Alaska. And I was going to ask him some of these questions myself, but because I was out shopping with my wife all day yesterday, I never got to that. So we will be doing that this Saturday, probably in the afternoon sometime. As always, I want to. Today is show number 20, and I had made a promise to my audience, you, to do 31 declarations. I declare declarations. Today being the 20th for the 20th show. So it reads as follows. I declare that I am calm and peaceful. I will not let people or circumstances upset me. Knowing that God has given me the power to remain calm, I choose to live my life happy, bloom where I planted, and let God fight my battles. This is my declaration, and I'm going to read that one more time. I declare that I am calm and peaceful. I will not let people or circumstances upset me. I will rise above every difficulty, knowing that God has given me the power to remain calm. I choose to live my life happy, bloom where I am planted, and let God fight my battles. This is my declaration. Today is declaration 20th for the 20th show, and I had said I would do 31 as per Joel Osteen's 31 declarations to make throughout your lifetime. As always, I want to give a shout out to a couple of my sponsors. One is Dr. Luis Gonzalez, and he is from Starting Point at 844-414-8444. You can also find him on the web at www.startingpointmn.com. That's startingpointmn.com. Dr. Luis Gonzalez can help you become a addiction recovery coach like I am and like he is. If you have professionalism, passion, and personality, and you have some sort of addiction background, whether being you're dealing with your own or maybe a family member or a friend, you would be a great candidate to go through his educational program. That is Dr. Luis Gonzalez at startingpointmn.com. Also, if you do have an addiction and you are just starting off in your recovery, or you are interested in starting off in recovery, call him at 844-414-8444. He will walk with you from your addiction to your recovery daily, not worrying about yesterday, because yesterday's gone. I don't either. We're not counselors, we're not therapists, but we are addiction recovery coaches. We are here to help you deal with today and tomorrow. So call him. When you call him at 844-414-8444, let him know that Ralf Friedrichs from Take Your Life Back Today show referred you to him, and tell him I said hello as well. Also, another sponsor is www.globaleyeglasses.com, where they are focused on saving you money. That's www.globaleyeglasses.com. They are focused on saving you money. They have frames that start as low as $6 and go as high as $49, and those frames do include standard, regular prescription, single vision, plastic with no coatings. However, they have selections of over 1,000 frames. You can get transitions, photochromatics, polarization, line bifocals, progressive bifocals, round bifocals. They have a selection like you wouldn't believe, and as far as their frames are concerned, even Elton John would buy from globaleyeglasses.com, because they got some crazy looking frames, and you know Elton John, he loves those crazy frames. So go to your website at www.globaleyeglasses.com and let us focus on you saving money. Just want to give a shout out to my own websites. That's www.clearviews.info and www.clearreform.com. If you folks notice, both my websites start with the word clear. When I first came up with the word Clear Reform and Clear Views, the ultimate goal for the word clear stood and still does stand for Community Lessons in Power Addiction Recovery, because it is our lessons, your stories, my neighbors, whoever. It is our lessons that empower our addiction recovery. Not addiction necessarily does not only mean alcohol and drugs. It could mean food. It could mean many other things. Anything that you might be addicted to. So it is our lessons. When we all come together and we share our stories, that's how we go through life battling. So like I promised, these are some of the questions that people have emailed or texted or put on my website for me to answer, and I just haven't had the time, so I decided to start the week off today with this. The question number one is, what are you most grateful in your life? And you know what? The list is endlessly. But pretty much what I wrote is that every day, no matter what happens, there is always my best friend and my wife, Casey. And I am so grateful to have a person by my side, almost like a clone or someone attached to me. So I am so grateful for my best friend and my wife, Casey. I am grateful of being able to face whatever comes next. It used to be no matter what came my way, I'd be a nervous wreck. I mean, I am not the most calmest person when it comes to facing problems. In other words, I want to solve them right away. I don't have what a lot of people have is patience. But no matter what comes my way next, I can face it. That I have no reasons now to get whatever is not necessary to keep. And pretty much what that means is that I don't want something that I don't necessarily need to keep. My picking and choosies become more selective. Once I have gained my ability to avoid all negative thoughts, that always makes me feel really small, and that is what I am grateful for, being blessed all day with health and being able to face my daily challenges. So that is, to answer your question, I'm going to read it one more time because I kind of broke it down in my answer. That every day, no matter what happens, there is always my best friend and my wife, Casey. I am grateful of being able to face whatever comes next. That I have no reasons now to get whatever is not necessary to keep. Once I have gained my ability to avoid all negative thoughts, that always makes me feel really small, and that is what I am most grateful for. And also for being blessed all day with health and being able to face my daily challenges. So to answer your question, what am I most grateful for? That is it. We go to question number two. What are the most important things to you in life? Again, you know, the list can go on, and so I kind of just threw a little paragraph together, and not to take anything away from being a long list, but it could go on and on. There are so many important things in life. Some of these things aren't really things. Perhaps they are precious people in my life, my family or my loved ones, but please forgive my lack of distinction between people, places, and things. My beliefs in life, my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, my word, and my actions are the most important. Besides, number one, standing next to my best friend and my wife, is my sobriety. Those are the most important things in my life. Because there are so many things in my life that are important. Some of these things aren't really things. They could be people. They could be materialistic things. They could be objects, but it is my beliefs in life that are very important to me, and my thoughts in my life are very important to me. My feelings in life are very important to me. My compassion and my emotions are very important to me, and my actions are very important to me. But number one, besides my wife, is my sobriety. That is most important to me in my life. This is question number three. What would the meaning of life be to me? Was asked. The meaning of life is to grow physically, mentally, and spiritually. Those are the three key ingredients that I feel that I need to have a meaningful life. I need to physically be okay, mentally be okay, and definitely spiritually. It's about traveling down different paths of your life and making decisions. It's about being true to yourself, standing alone sometimes when you really believe in something that is not fearing retribution. What is the meaning of life has been an old age question as far as I'm concerned since the beginning of time, and it's like trying to define the meaning of love. It means to love those around you, help when you can, where you can and when you can, and be known as a person that can be trusted, and just do the best that you can. If we didn't feel sadness, we could never experience happiness. If we didn't get angry on occasion, we would never know peace. And if we didn't trust our hearts, we'd never know love. Yes, it's about procreating, about life is much more than um, that if you open your eyes, ears, and heart and listen. That is my meaning in life. And of course, I'm sorry I have to read it, but there's so much to memorize, so I'll read it again. The meaning of life is to grow physically, mentally, and spiritually. It's about traveling down different paths of life and making decisions. It's about being true to yourself, standing alone sometimes when you really believe in something that's not fearing retribution. What is the meaning of life has been an old age question as far as I'm concerned and as far as I can see. Since the beginning of time, and it's like trying to define the meaning of love. It means to love those around you, help when you can and where you can, and be known as a person that can be trusted. If I didn't feel sadness, I could never experience happiness. If I didn't get angry on occasion, we would never know peace. And if we didn't trust our hearts, we'd never know love. Yes, it's about procreating, but life is much more than that if you open your eyes, your ears, and your heart, and listen. Question number 4 that was asked. If you are doing something for free for the rest of your life, what would you want to do? Well, folks, to be quite honest with you, this is probably my video or show number 272. Since 2013 I've been doing this. Sometimes daily, definitely weekly. And it's all been for free. And why do I do it for free? Because I am paying myself back with my own rehab by helping you with your rehab. Here's what I wrote to that question. I've always been a big proponent of following your heart and doing exactly what you want to do. It sounds so simple, right? But there are people who spend years, decades, even trying to find a true sense of purpose for themselves. My advice, just find a thing that you enjoy doing more than anything else, your true one passion. And do it for the rest of your life, and on nights, weekends, and when you're exhausted and cranky and you just want to go to bed, you just continue doing it because it is your passion. In my case, it took 51 years to find my true passion. My true passion has always been to help others, but I could never really define where the help should come from until I hit rock bottom. So pretty much to answer the question is that I feel that my show, Take Your Life Back Today show, is my true passion on helping others for free. But for free is a monetary, in a monetary sense, because I am gaining something that's worth more than any money in the world, and that is sobriety. Question number 4 that was asked to me. How can I change someone's life for the better today? Well, that's a tough one, because there are so many ways to change somebody's life. I mean, my life was changed when I hit rock bottom and I found Jesus Christ. Your life might change in different ways. The plain and simple truth is that each and every one of us only gets one shot at this life. And that's all we get is one shot. We aren't guaranteed a certain number of days, so we must decide today what we will give our lives to. Hopefully to Jesus Christ. So the question is, will we choose to live life, a life of love in the service to others, or will we refuse to do our part because we feel we can't be big enough of a difference? One person has the ability to make a profound difference. My way of changing someone's life is to send a message of hope. That no matter how hard life is, there is hope. No matter how addicted you might be to drugs, there is hope. Hope gives us a chance for change. So no matter what your circumstances are, jail, homeless shelter, living in the streets even, addicted to drugs, addicted to alcohol, addicted to whatever else, I am giving you hope for change. If you could just take the word hope, a 4-letter word, and put it in your heart, changes are coming your way. And with hope, if you add God, you will have changes that you can't even handle so quickly, because the changes are 100% better. Last question. What are the biggest things you've learned in life to date? Well, I've learned a million things, but to make a short list here, to treat others the same as I want to be treated is what I've learned. If I want to be treated with respect, I have to give respect. If I want to be treated with love, I have to give love. If I want compassion from others, I have to give compassion. And that's the same concept that you need to utilize in your own home. If you don't want your children to drink, don't drink. In front of them, at least. If you don't want them to do drugs, don't do drugs in front of them, at least. If you don't want them to use profanity, do not use it yourself. And by God Almighty, I beg of you, never ever use physical violence. Not only just in your home, at all. So number one would be to treat others the same as I want to be treated. I also believe to live life to its fullest, as life can sometimes be too short. So you have to make each and every day count in your life. Always try to smile, even when you're in the lowest feeling of life. Try to find something to smile for, such as you still have parents. Unfortunately, my wife doesn't have a mother and father anymore. I still do. You still have a husband and wife? That's a reason to smile. You still have children? Those are reasons to smile. You still have your health, is a reason to smile. You still have your faculties, is a reason to smile. And I'll give you the biggest reason to smile. If you have God in your life, that is a reason to smile. Always try to be honest and have manners. If you could do that, the honesty, no matter how much the truth might hurt to yourself and to others, honesty still is the best policy. And no matter how bad things may be, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. That is something that I have learned. No matter how bleak things might look at the bigger picture. I've learned that living sober is not only possible, but it is great, is what I have learned. I have learned that there is hope if you believe. Whether you want to believe in God or not, but believing in hope, things will change in your life. Those are just some of the things that I have learned in my 53 years of life, in my 53rd chapter in my book of life. So let's recap on the questions. Question number one was, what am I most grateful for? And I've told you that my most grateful thing that I have in my life, and they go hand in hand, so there's no one and two, but I always say sobriety is number one, hand in hand with my wife and my best friend Casey. Question number two, what is the most important things in your life? Well, of course, I'm very, very, I should say, these are the most important things in my life. My feelings, my thoughts, my emotions, my word, and my actions, and my sobriety. Question number three, what is the meaning of life? The meaning of life is to grow physically, mentally, and spiritually. That is my meaning of life. If you were to do something for free for the rest of your life, what would I want to do? And that is to do exactly what I'm doing, to help my audience, you, go through your addiction daily through me. Because I feed off you. When I do these shows, I am helping myself with my addiction. This is the difference between my methods and going through AAs, because here it is, and this is no lie, it's 6:05 in the morning, and I'm doing this show already. I started preparing for this show at about 4:26 this morning. This show will not be finished and published until about 8:30. So you're looking at 4 hours right there given to this show. And how has that helped me? Because this is constantly, consistently educating me. Because I have to answer these questions. I have to come up with a format to get the show going. I have to talk about sobriety. So this is the difference, because I am actively involved. I roll up my sleeves to do this show. Is how I help myself, and I know I'm helping you. So that is how I want to do something for free for the rest of my life. How can I change someone's life for the better today? The plain and simple truth is that each and every one of us has one shot at life. It is today that counts most. Yesterday is gone, folks. It's finished. Tomorrow is still here, so whatever you do today will have a direct impact on you tomorrow. We aren't guaranteed a certain number of days by God, so we must decide today what we will give our lives to. And I hope that my message to you is that you shoot to accept Jesus Christ into your life, because I can guarantee you, no matter what your circumstances are in life, wherever you might be right now, that if you accept God into your life and ask Him for guidance and direction, He will help you and direct you. So if you're at that fork of the road, He will direct you to the right side, or the correct side, not necessarily the right side. So the question is, will we choose to live a life of love and service to others, or will we refuse to do our part because we don't feel that we can make a difference? And no matter how little you can give to life, you can make a difference. One person has the ability to make a profound difference, just even with a little bit. My way of changing someone's life is to send a message of hope, that no matter how hard life is, there is hope. No matter how addicted you might be to drugs and alcohol, or both, there is hope. Hope gives you a chance for change. What are the biggest things that I've learned in life? To treat others the same as I want to be treated. So if I want to be treated with trust, I need to trust. If I want to be treated with respect, I need to respect. And you get how that follows through. I learned to live life to its fullest, as life is too short. Make today count. These 24 hours today, you'll never get back. This, right now, this 5 minutes talking right now, I'll never get back in life. I've learned to always try to smile, no matter what the circumstance. No matter how bad things might be in life, there is a reason to smile. If anything, you have God. You might have a wife or a husband. Although the relationship might be broken and it might be repairable, there is hope. Always try to be honest with people and have manners. Say thank you. Say no thank you. Say you're welcome. Say God bless you. Those are manners that when I was growing up existed, that have totally disappeared from society as such. And no matter how bad things may be, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And you need to believe that, because no matter how things are, there is a light at the tunnel. There are people in the Middle East sitting in jail for crimes that, if committed here, would get you maybe 5 to 10 years, that are giving them life sentences. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel, because while they're in jail, they might be able to help others. They might be able to find Jesus Christ. I have learned that live sober is not only good, it is great. Not just for me, but for anyone concerned. I don't benefit just alone from my sobriety. People directly involved in my life benefit from my sobriety because they don't have the alcoholic Ralph that they've had before. They don't have the deceitful Ralph that they had before. So not only am I gaining from my sobriety, but so are the direct people in my life. And I want you all to please believe one thing, that if you have even 1 ounce of hope in your heart, changes are coming your way. If you have a drug and alcohol problem, there is hope for change. But it starts with you. It starts with you to say, today, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to drink and do drugs. Because the day you stop denying and you accept God's help is the day your life will start changing, and it will change in ways you couldn't believe. It will change spiritually. It will change mentally. It will change your physical appearance. It will change your family's opinion about you. Everything will come together and make you a well-balanced person if you can just believe that you can change. Remember what I said, no matter what obstacle you face in life, if you believe, if you have hope that you can change, it will happen. So your step is to finally admit you have a problem and to ask God for guidance and direction. Then you're going to seek what methods suit you best. AA might help you. A treatment center might help you. A rehab center might help you. My methods might help you. But the end result, at the end of the day, no matter what method you choose, is 100% sobriety. Not just for today, not just for this week, but for the rest of your life. The battle of sobriety and recovery does not end with just admitting you have a problem and asking God. It continues daily with educating yourself. You need to have a battle plan on your fight against this disease of drug abuse or drug addiction. You cannot just sit back and expect things to just iron out by themselves, because they won't. Part of the best recovery method daily is to go out and witness to other people about your problem and how your problem might affect, or your solution to your problem might affect another person. Find other people that have problems like you, that are going through sobriety, and mingle with them. If you are in a relationship where there's drugs and alcohol by both husband and wife, and you're the one right now watching me that wants to change, a decision has to be made by you, whether you can still be around the other spouse that still is into drugs and alcohol. Because I will tell you one thing right now, you need to eliminate yourself from any drug or alcoholic situations. You need to just distance yourself. You might have to look for a new crowd of people to hang out with. You might even have to look for a new relationship. It is then when you have to weigh what's most important to you. You got to always remember that you are number one, because if you choose that sobriety is number 2 or number 3 in your life, it doesn't matter what anything else is around you, because as long as you are addicted and as long as you don't fight your addiction, you're worth, and I hate to put it so callously, you're worth nothing as a drunk. You're worth nothing as someone that abuses drugs. When I say you're worth nothing, because you are not giving your 100% potential in life. You are worth everything to God, no matter how bad life is and how bad your addictions are. But you are worth 5,000% more with sobriety, not just for people around you, but for yourself. You are a person. Even if you're sitting there drinking and smoking pot while you're watching this video, you are a person that's worth something, but you're worth nothing without sobriety. Not in the sense of worth overall, but in the sense of worth of what you're capable of being able to do if you were sober. So decide today, the 15th of December, 10 more days till Christmas, to sober up. If you start today, by the time Christmas Day rolls up, you will already have 10 days in sobriety. Within that 10 days, you'll notice the differences in your flesh color changing, your eye color changing, your mentality is changing because you'll get better memory. And then if you reach out to God spiritually, you're changing. And what better time to ask God to help you during the time of the birth of Jesus Christ? Let today, December 15th, be the first day of your life, of your first day of your new life, of your first day of your new chapter in your book of life. Let me help you take your life back. Call me at 844-405-HELP. Text me 24/7 at 631-599-0218. But remember, these are just 5 or 6 questions that I answered. And they're all great questions. But all these questions can be answered by you as well. Take each and every question and you try to answer them. See what answers you come up. Tell me what are you most grateful for in your life? Tell me what's most important to you in life. Explain to me what the meaning of life is for you. Tell me what you would do for free for the rest of your life. Tell me how you could change somebody else's life. And to also tell me, what have you learned from life so far? Write these things down. Text me some of these answers. But by God, let today, December 15th, be the first day of your new life. I am here for you, whether it's by text, 631-599-0218, or it's by phone, 844-405-HELP, or you can email me at clearreform at Yahoo, that's CLEARREFORM at Yahoo. Go to my websites. Even get a hold of Dr. Luis Gonzalez if you need help, or if you want to become an addiction recovery coach, 844-414-8444. Give him a shout out. And for you folks, and I'm saying this with a little sense of humor, for you folks that want to reach out to God, to ask for guidance and direction, but you're having problems reading your Bible because the words are too small, reach out to www.globaleyeglasses.com, where they are focused on saving you money and they want you to be able to see whatever you want to look at. Reach out to me if you have any questions about globaleyeglasses.com. I am directly involved with them, so I can help you with any questions you might have. I have 30 years experience in the optical field. As an optician, I'm a board certified optician, and I will help you with any of your eyeglass needs. And I can promise you, if you shop at globaleyeglasses.com, you will pay about 20% of the actual cost in a local mom and pop optical store for your eyeglasses. So if you went, let's say where I live in the Hamptons, and you went to go buy a frame with progressive lenses with transition, that you would pay $700 to $1,000, you might only pay $150 through www.globaleyeglasses.com. But folks, I want you to remember this. A sober today, I promise you, will give you a better tomorrow. And if you believe what I'm telling you in your head, it will all sink into your heart. Let the sunshine into your home and your heart, and you will get nothing but positive results. I hope to God each and every one of my fans, each and every one in my audience, and each and every one that might be hearing this on audio only, I hope to God that you have a sober, not only today, but a sober rest of your life. And may God bless you. And please reach out to me and let me help you take your life back.